Huawei is often portrayed as a serious threat to the West. It is exceptional for a country to designate a private company as an official adversary. Yet, the enemy being pointed out remains indeed Huawei. Washington has declared it will never collaborate with this company, qualifying it as a major risk to national security. But is this really an affair solely related to Huawei, or rather a symptom of a much deeper technological upheaval? Nearly 900 million devices now operate thanks to an operating system that didn't even exist 5 years ago. While many observers predicted the inevitable fall of the Chinese group after losing access to Google services, exactly the opposite occurred. Not only did the firm resist the brutal break with Android and American services, but it also built a complete digital ecosystem capable of altering the global technological balance of power. Imagine that overnight your smartphone was deprived of all essential Google services. No more Gmail for your emails, no more YouTube for your videos, no more Maps for your navigation, no Play Store for your applications. For most of us, this would be a true technological disaster. Yet, for nearly 1 billion users worldwide, this is a reality they have adopted without ever looking back. This extraordinary story begins in May 2019 when the Trump administration dropped what some call true regulatory bombs on the Chinese manufacturer. Overnight, Huawei found itself brutally deprived of access to Android and all associated Google services worldwide. People immediately began writing its technological obituary. "They won't last 2 years," confidently stated an influential Silicon Valley investor. "Outside of Google's universe, they have absolutely no chance of survival," predicted another respected expert. All these analysts were completely wrong because instead of collapsing, as expected, Huawei undertook the unthinkable. "We never try to copy anyone," explains Dr. Chen, one of the principal architects of HarmonyOS. "Our starting question was perfectly clear. If we had to completely rethink mobile computing today with all current knowledge, what exactly would we invent? The answer was certainly not another version of classic Android." The Mate 60 Pro quickly became the striking symbol of this major technological transition. Upon its official release in 2023, Western analysts were completely stunned. Despite international sanctions strictly forbidding access to the most advanced etching technologies, Huawei miraculously managed to market a perfectly 5G-compatible smartphone powered by its entirely in-house Kirin 9000S processor. Sales literally exploded, stocks moved at record speed. A significant portion of Chinese urban youth quickly nicknamed it the Patriot phone, a true incarnation of technological innovation freed from all Western dependence. Innovations accelerated even further with the revolutionary new Mate 70 series. These devices are no longer just simple phones but true showcases of an entirely new technological philosophy. Ultra-fast 100W charging capable of completely reviving a totally dead battery in just a few minutes. Foldable screen offering an almost magical visual rendering and artificial intelligence functionalities that make Apple's Siri appear completely outdated and obsolete. All this often offered at a significantly lower price than strictly equivalent models from Google or Samsung. And now, this technological ecosystem extends far beyond the traditional smartphone. In May 2025, Huawei made a resounding impact by launching its very first laptops running on HarmonyOS. The same revolutionary observation is clearly seen in the crucial domain of mobile applications. Deprived of the traditional Google Play Store, Huawei was supposed to see its users massively desert its platform. However, App Gallery now claims 580 million particularly active users each month. Major international developers are now rushing to carefully optimize their applications for HarmonyOS. More than 50 major partner applications like Weibo or Himalaya are already natively integrated into the system. But the true technological revolution is mainly taking place in cloud computing and advanced artificial intelligence. Huawei recently unveiled its Pangu 5.5 models specifically designed to meet the diverse needs of industry, healthcare, complex financial services, or manufacturing production. Its Cloud Matrix platform, equipped with 384 neural processors working perfectly in parallel, directly rivals the best American technological infrastructures, direct and measurable results across all of Asia. More and more companies strategically choose Huawei Cloud, seduced by particularly responsive local support, extremely competitive prices, and especially the absolute guarantee that their sensitive data remains in their country of origin. For economic actors worried about potential American surveillance or sudden international sanctions, Huawei offers technological independence that Google absolutely cannot promise. Western sanctions didn't just push Huawei to develop functional alternatives, they forced it to completely reinvent technology itself. Take the concrete example of device interconnection. Where Apple's ecosystem appears hermetically sealed, HarmonyOS allows totally unprecedented technological fluidity. Your smartphone can instantly become your laptop's touchpad. Your tablet transforms into a second screen, your watch controls your smart television. All this without complicated settings or tedious pairing. The technological ripple effect extends far beyond Huawei alone. Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, each in its particular way reduces its dependence on traditional American technological building blocks, operating systems, development tools, or chip design. What had begun as a survival strategy transforms into a sectoral movement toward complete technological sovereignty. Behind this transformation lies a colossal effort in technological research and development. Huawei dedicates more than 23% of its revenue to research and development, more than $27 billion per year, more than the military budget of certain sovereign states. More than 114,000 people work full-time on these projects in a network of centers extending from Shanghai to Moscow through Eastern Europe. A Stanford historian perfectly summarizes the scope of this evolution. We are witnessing the emergence of a parallel technological universe. For the first time since the dawn of the internet age, a credible alternative to the Silicon Valley model is taking concrete form. This is not just another collection of applications, but another way of conceiving technology, what it should accomplish, for whom, and under what national sovereignty. The central question has therefore fundamentally changed. It is no longer can Huawei survive without Google, but how many users will still accept being locked into a single ecosystem when a multipolar path already exists? From OS to cloud, from cars to privacy. In reality, what was announced as the agony of a company has transformed into the birth of a complete ecosystem extending from smartphone to cloud, from automobile to computer with its own technological logic. The numbers are not marketing illusions, nor are the market changes, and behind these technological objects emerges a simple but powerful idea. Independence is not a supplement, it's a fundamental architecture. This is where the narrative transcends Huawei to more broadly touch our era. Developers integrating HarmonyOS into their release plans, universities training on new tools, companies choosing where to store their data, and users rediscovering a true alternative to Silicon Valley's walled garden. We no longer oppose just commercial brands but two visions of digital technology, one based on soft captivity, the other founded on sovereignty by design. This turning point is not an accident nor a simple consequence of sanctions. It's a major historical bifurcation. It demonstrates that constraint can generate innovation, that dependence can be overcome, that ecosystems can be reinvented without copying. Because a billion devices is no longer a technological enclave, it's a technological frontier in constant movement. The real question is therefore no longer, will Huawei survive without Google? But, in a multipolar world, who really defines digital architecture, states, platforms, or users themselves? Each person will now answer with what they hold most intimate, their usage, their data, and their trust. A subtle brand mark ties these moments together, anchoring the story across environments. On device, HarmonyOS blends watermark and interface into one seamless layer of experience. The same branded accent appears on the laptop, keeping a unified workspace across devices. Across phone, tablet, watch, and TV, interactions pass instantly. One fluid ecosystem. Watch the media card glide between screens, the branding tracking continuity every step of the way. HarmonyOS. One ecosystem, one experience.